Raphael in Scripture, an angel of healing and divine guidance. Raphael, one of the 7 archangels mentioned in biblical tradition, stands as a prominent figure of healing, guidance, and divine intercession. His most significant role is found in the Book of Tobit, part of the deuterocanonical texts, embraced in Catholic and Orthodox Christian canons, but absent from the Hebrew Bible and most Protestant traditions. The story of Raphael reveals the delicate interplay between human suffering and divine providence, showcasing how God employs celestial beings to bring healing and restoration to those in need. His narrative is rich with theological symbolism, reinforcing the belief in angels as active participants in God's salvific plan. The Book of Tobit is set during the Assyrian exile and follows the trials of Tobit, a righteous Israelite known for his unwavering devotion to God and acts of charity, particularly burying the dead at great personal risk. Despite his faithfulness, Tobit endures severe misfortune, including blindness and poverty, testing his endurance and reliance on God. At the same time, Sarah, a relative of Tobit in Media, suffers from repeated tragedy. She is tormented by the demon Asmodeus, who has killed each of her 7 successive husbands on their wedding night, leaving her in despair and isolation. The parallel suffering of Tobit and Sarah forms the backdrop for Raphael's mission, emphasizing God's attentiveness to the prayers of the afflicted. In response to Tobit and Sarah's pleas, God dispatches Raphael to bring healing and liberation, highlighting the active role angels play as intermediaries of divine grace. Disguised as a human named Azarias, Raphael approaches Tobias, the son of Tobit, and offers to accompany him on a journey to Media. This journey ostensibly aims to recover a family debt, but unfolds as part of a grander divine design that will lead to healing, exorcism, and familial restoration. Raphael's concealed identity reflects the subtlety of divine intervention, where God's hand often works behind the scenes, fostering faith and patience. As Tobias sets out, Raphael's wisdom and insight shape the course of their journey, signaling the importance of trusting in divine guidance, even when it remains hidden from direct view. A pivotal moment occurs along the journey when Raphael instructs Tobias to catch a fish from the Tigris River. Raphael explains that the fish's heart, liver, and gall possess unique properties capable of expelling demons and curing blindness. This seemingly ordinary encounter carries deep spiritual significance, reflecting the broader biblical theme that God often uses natural elements as conduits for miraculous intervention. The fish, a symbol frequently associated with Christ in Christian tradition, exemplifies how physical and spiritual healing can coexist, blending the material and the divine. By following Raphael's instructions, Tobias not only gains practical tools for healing, but also demonstrates obedience to divine wisdom, reinforcing the necessity of faith and action working in tandem. Upon their arrival in Media, Raphael facilitates Tobias's marriage to Sarah, affirming that their union is part of God's redemptive plan. Despite the lingering threat of Asmodeus, Raphael reassures Tobias that through faith and divine protection, the demon can be vanquished. Tobias follows Raphael's counsel, burning the fish's heart and liver to drive away Asmodeus on their wedding night. The success of this ritual underscores the biblical motif of God's supremacy over evil and demonic forces. It echoes stories throughout Scripture, where the faithful, guided by divine instruction, overcome formidable adversaries not through their strength, but through God's power and provision. Following their triumphant return to Nineveh, Raphael's mission culminates with the restoration of Tobit's sight. He instructs Tobias to apply the fish's gall to his father's eyes, and Tobit's blindness is miraculously healed. This dual healing of both Sarah's spiritual affliction and Tobit's physical blindness reflects the holistic nature of God's intervention. It emphasizes that divine restoration addresses not only physical ailments, but also the deeper spiritual wounds that afflict individuals and families. This comprehensive vision of healing reinforces the biblical understanding that salvation encompasses body, mind, and soul. The climax of Raphael's narrative occurs when he reveals his true identity, proclaiming, "I am Raphael, one of the 7 angels who stand ready and enter before the glory of the Lord." Tobit 12:15. This declaration offers a rare glimpse into the celestial hierarchy, reinforcing the notion that angels occupy specific roles in God's heavenly court. Raphael's status as one of the 7 archangels signifies his closeness to God's presence and his authority as a divine agent of healing and deliverance. Yet despite his exalted role, Raphael humbly directs all praise and thanksgiving to God, reminding Tobit and Tobias that their blessings stem from divine mercy rather than angelic power. This humility reflects a broader theological principle. Angels serve not as objects of worship, but as servants who point humanity toward God. The name Raphael, meaning God heals, encapsulates the essence of his mission and resonates throughout the Book of Tobit. His role aligns with the broader scriptural depiction of angels as messengers and protectors, participating in God's unfolding plan for humanity. Raphael's association with healing draws parallels to the New Testament's portrayal of Christ as the ultimate healer and redeemer. Just as Raphael restores physical and spiritual well-being, Jesus' ministry emphasizes holistic restoration, healing the sick, casting out demons, and reconciling sinners to God. This thematic continuity bridges the Old and New Testaments, illustrating God's unwavering commitment to salvation across different covenants. Throughout Christian tradition, Raphael has been venerated as the patron saint of travelers, the blind, and healers. His story, rich in themes of guidance and protection, continues to inspire prayers and devotions among the faithful. In liturgical practices, Raphael's intercession is often sought during journeys, surgeries, and moments of spiritual struggle, reflecting enduring trust in his role as a heavenly companion and guardian. Artistic depictions of Raphael, frequently alongside Tobias, symbolize the angel's unwavering presence and the assurance of divine assistance during life's trials. The Book of Tobit, through Raphael's involvement, highlights the transformative power of faith, perseverance, and divine providence. It reminds believers that even in the darkest moments, God's angels are present, guiding and healing in ways that may not always be immediately visible. Raphael's journey with Tobias serves as a metaphor for the spiritual pilgrimage all believers undertake, a journey marked by uncertainty, reliance on divine guidance, and the eventual fulfillment of God's promises. Ultimately, Raphael's narrative invites reflection on the nature of suffering, the power of prayer, and the hidden yet active presence of God in human life. His story offers hope, affirming that no hardship is beyond God's reach and that divine healing, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, is always available to those who seek it. Through the figure of Raphael, the Book of Tobit conveys a timeless message of grace, encouraging believers to trust in God's plan, embrace the companionship of angels, and remain steadfast in their faith. In this way, Raphael emerges not only as a healer and guide, but as a profound symbol of God's enduring love and compassion, a testament to the boundless ways in which divine mercy touches the lives of those who call upon Him.